Upgrades.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS movie review. Today, we are bringing you the latest horror thriller from Paramount Plus. This one is called Hereafter, and here is a quick synopsis. Claire is overjoyed when her daughter Robin is miraculously revived after a fatal accident. However, her relief soon turns into dread as she starts to suspect something dark has followed Robin back. And this is directed by Salerno, who is a producer on the film Smile, and it stars Connie, Britton, and Freya, Hannan-Mills. Now, the Hereafter is as close to a straight to TV horror thriller that you can get. And what I mean by that is at times you see these type of films that come straight to streaming platforms and are kind of built and made for the theaters. This one feels like it was built and made for the small screen. So some of the pitfalls that come along with that, this movie falls with, but also the enjoyable aspects of those type of VOD films or made for television type of films is, if that's your thing, if your thing was like those Sunday night made for TV films that used to come on network television, like Hereafter is exactly what you would be looking for. As the film opens up with Claire, who is Connie Britton's character, as she's just watching her daughter at her piano recital. During this recital, we see just how many people fawn over Robin and over her skills and how amazing she is at playing the piano. And she gets an audition with someone huge who can make and break everything of one of her dreams of playing the piano. And through the course of that, we get in a horrible, tragic accident that they never show you exactly what the accident is. It's just that Claire has to rush to the hospital to check on her child. And then that's when we get the situation where she's passed away. She passed away for 20 minutes, and then miraculously she came back to life. And then that's when it becomes almost every horror thriller in this particular type of market that you can get, as Claire just starts to suspect that maybe something is wrong here. Her daughter's not the way she used to be. Her daughter is talking now, because at one point in time, and early in the film, the daughter does not talk. She only signs. But now she's talking, and that's also a mystery wrapped up in why it feels it's so normal that she's all of a sudden talking after signing at the beginning of the film. But once we get to that point, it's really about building suspense here. And if that's what you're here for, if you're here for the horror market, you're here for the suspense market, maybe Hereafter is not for you. If you're here for the mystery department, where the filmmaker takes the audience on a ride as they're trying to figure out exactly what's going on with Claire, exactly what's going on with Robin. Why does it feel like it's so much mystery around the accident, and why does Claire just understand and know that something came back with her child? Again, that is literally the third act of this film, and it explains it all in detail why she would think that. Is it great when it's explained? No, but it's set up like, again, a made-for-television film. Like, this is not, in any aspect, a major motion picture. So once you wrap your head around that, and once you get to the understanding that you're watching something that's strictly made for the small screen, Hereafter becomes enjoyable. Enjoyable in the sense of those suspense type of Lifetime films, or good, like I prior said, the Sunday night films that used to come on network television. Like, it's all in that mode. So it's not something that's going to ever elevate itself to the point of being this great horror thriller mystery type of film. Like, no, this film is very much grounded in the type of film it is, and for specific audience that's going to enjoy this film. As it pertains to the direction, it is directed fine. Again, it's a lower budget film, and you can tell that, but you can also tell that it is skillfully directed by Robert. He literally knows how to set up the shots properly to give Connie Britton the space to just encompass Claire and all the dread, all the suspense elements of Claire in it. He gives her just enough space to do that, and that's what you need here. Connie is Connie Britton. Like, at this point, if you know her work, you're going to understand what you're going to get. But you also understand that with her work, that's kind of going to be more on the television side. And it does feel that way. It's melodramatic at times, extremely melodramatic at times. The plot as it unfolds can get a tad bit confusing just because it's partially through flashbacks and partially through just Claire's dread is how you get the plot of this film. So, but between those two, it could get confusing exactly what you're watching. By the time you get to the third act, all of that confusion is out the way, and it becomes straightforward exactly what's happening. Does it make sense? Possibly not. It doesn't make much sense at all because it depends on the audience going for a ride that you were never told that you were on. That's the best way to explain the third act. You're going on a ride that you were never explained that you were on. And because of that, it can get thoroughly confusing exactly what's going on with Claire and why Robin has responded from her accident the way that she did. But once it's explained, once you understand everything that's wrapped around it, it does become entertaining because it leaves a pathway open of you wondering, like, what the heck is going on here? Granted, by the time you get to the end, it wraps it up in a nice, happy little bow, and that may not be exactly the path for this movie that, again, you would expect. But if you, again, take your eyes and understand that you're watching a film made for television here, made for mass consumption on television or streaming here, then you understand the ending and you understand the beats of this film. Because, it does not move like a fast-paced thriller. It does not even move like a serious mystery. It just moves like a television film. And on that premise alone, it's just entertaining enough where I think a lot of people would like it. But Hereafter is coming soon to Paramount Plus. Out of a possible 10, I'm going to give Hereafter a 6.5 out of 10. Again, I understand the film that I was watching. I understand that this was not made for the theaters. This was not something that was made to overtly shock me or overly engross me. This is a film that you would turn on. Even this film is a horror thriller that can be watched by the entire family. It's really no scary moments in it. It's some suspense moments in it, a few type of jump scares, a few words that maybe you wouldn't want your youngest of children to hear. But other than that, it's kind of straightforward. It's a film that tries its best not to be offensive to anybody, but still respect the elements of the genre that it's made for. And that's what you get with the Hereafter. You get a very respectable horror suspense thriller that's way more of a mystery than anything else. But check it out when it drops on Paramount Plus. Let us know what you think. This has been another JVS movie review. Peace, people.